What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Welcome to welcome to that fantasy show. It's 2 weeks before I probably no, I'm sorry, next week would actually be either next week or this week, the following week. It'll be draft week. So we're gonna go to discuss some of the actual drafting, some of the free agency that's take place, and hopefully we'll have a few guests on the show to talk about their podcast and what they feel about the actual the about the mock draft and free agency and discuss their podcast as well. So sit back, relax, and welcome to that fantasy show. Again, thank you for watching that fantasy show. Don't hit that like subscribe button. I'm your host, COZ, aka the Prime One, the Commish, they're all say all. I'm that guy. And next to me, we have the champ. As usual, we have because he won this, we have to do this every time.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the looks that drives a girl wild. I've got the moves that really move 'em. I said chill up and down their spine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just.
So yes, we have the champ. Welcome back to the show, champ.
It's hard carrying this burden all the time. It really, really is. I'm proud to do it. I'm proud to do it.
Now, speaking of champs, one of the champs from the league heard your remarks, and his response was, "Just remember, to be the man, woo, you got to beat the man."
Look here, Space Mountain, calm down.
But yeah,
I didn't say I want to take his belt. I just said I want to win one of those belts because that's a nice belt.
Yeah, and that's the belt he
I wasn't really calling him out. Well, I kind of was. I was more calling out fucking Bijan Robinson for fucking doing Sip dirty like that. Because again, like I had no shot. I think I was at the bottom of that league as it was. But Sip had a chance, and I was disappointed.
Well, hopefully next upcoming season, you have a phone that is actually compatible with the NFL Network.
Cannot believe it. How in 2026 2025 for that matter, is an app not compatible with a phone? Like, get the hell out of here.
The reason that the app is not compatible with the phone because the phone is old.
Look, it's just a Galaxy S9. All right, like I understand they own like 26 or whatever by now, but I'm just saying I like my phone.
I understand it. If you got a good phone, you stick with it. So let's get some of the actual news and notes from the league. Now, first thing that came up, Dexter Lawrence, aka Sexy Dexy, is requesting a trade for the Giants.
Really?
So I don't know if it's dealing with contract issues. I don't know if it's dealing with that. They're not really explaining why he feels as though he wants to be traded.
Okay, he wants to go somewhere where he has a chance to win.
Well, Harbaugh, and like I said, you got Harbaugh. I'm assuming that it's probably dealing with the actual
right. It could be a philosophy change, right?
Yeah. So, and here's my question with that. Okay, where would Dexter Lawrence be a good fit? If I'm the Giants, if I'm looking at getting rid of Sexy Dexy, which I'm really not trying to do,
right?
But
the Giants don't got a lot of shit going for them anyway.
Right, but if there need be, who would I be actually looking at and what would I actually be trying to put on the table? Because I know they're trying with Dexter Lawrence. I'm not saying he's going to be a first round trade, but probably at least second round. You're not giving up Dexter Lawrence for a first round pick. Maybe a second or third or fourth. But that one I'm not. I'll probably say if anybody, I can see Kansas City maybe probably taking a bite on that. I can see maybe.
Do you see Philadelphia fucking taking the bite and just switching out him and AJ?
No,
fucking the Giants would have to give up so much to make that trade worth it.
But their line, but with Philly, their line is so established and young because I'll probably say the past few years, they just picked up, they went to all Georgia on their offensive line. So on their defensive line. So their line is probably not even 3 to 4 years old yet. Or maybe 10. So to get somebody like Dexter Lawrence, who's already a seasoned vet, I'm not saying that's not worth doing. But if I've already got an established young group, why am I going to get somebody a little bit older knowing that I'm only going to have for a few years for the contract?
It could help install some leadership, some veteran leadership, as they like to say.
True. I could either see Kansas City, Buffalo, or maybe I'll probably say the Rams. I'll probably say those probably the two, 3 teams that might take a bite on it. Philly, nah, I don't see that. Next up, I wanted to download the actual interview with this because Eric Ebron he has his own show, and it was actually about, I guess one of the conversations that came up was about Andrew Luck and his sudden retirement. Now that year, he'd say that I think
Andrew Luck retirement, like that was more like Andrew Luck in Indianapolis got killed. Like he was dying in Indy. They were doing good with him, but like he was getting killed in that backfield.
He was getting beat. He was getting beat like he told the black people the N-word, and that was he dropped the N-word to a whole bunch of black people. That's how bad
it was a Mason Rudolph beaten, but legally.
But I guess it came to where the way Eric Ebron was, I'm gonna have to, and what I'll probably do, if once I get it and I get a chance to upload it, I'll put it on the actual Facebook website, and I'll also put it on the Instagram. But the way he explained it was that with Andrew Luck, I guess the owner wasn't happy about him bringing his own people in and, trying to take care of him medically, and actually gave an ultimatum: either you do this or you don't play football.
Right. And you use our people, you don't. That is kind of a slap in the face.
Yeah.
That is kind of a slap in the face
now
to the organization.
Right. Now, Andrew Luck is refuting that information. So I guess he's saying that wasn't what was said. I don't know. I mean, we like with that owner, we've heard some few stories and things like that, especially when how they got rid of Peyton Manning and things like that.
Right.
Yeah. But
it's one of the things like the organization is putting their heart and soul and hard-earned money into it, and you just I don't want to use your people suck, I'm gonna use my own people. That's a little disrespectful.
Well, look, I put it this way: if you're using your people, that means coming out of your pocket.
I understand that, but like if something does happen with you using your people and you can't play because of something they fucking did, there's nothing your organization can do about it.
You're right. So if I'm that owner and you're bringing your own people in and something happens to you, so basically it's their fault. One, two, I'm not liable for what your people have done.
Right.
So
This is a true statement.
if that takes to where you're done for the season and your people, messed up, I don't technically gotta pay you.
That's it, right?
Because you didn't use the medical staff that we have. You wanted your own medical staff. You wanted this. You wanted that. So it came out of your money. So when you got injured, and if it was to where you were done for the season and you can no longer play, I can void your contract because you didn't use the medical staff here. You should use your own personal medical staff.
Right. Oh.
So, but for them to for them to say that the owner gave them that ultimatum, I'd have been, I'm like, why? So that's it. But Luck has refuted that information, and so I guess Luck is trying to back down. I don't know. Hopefully we get more information regarding it if it becomes that even serious. But the next thing I guess that came up was Lamar Jackson showing up for involuntary OTAs. He's coming in early. Because a lot of people said that he usually doesn't do that.
Right. Well, new coaching staff, like you want to get acclimated a little sooner.
Right. So with that taking place, do you think Lamar is actually taking this more seriously now? Are we going to see a different?
Is it contract year?
No, I don't think it's a contract year. Because even then, with them, they're going to extend it. Come on now. You think?
Well, I understand that, but if it's that contract year, you get them, minutes logged and bonuses, things coming to you at the end. So,
I like I said, and that's one of the things with him doing that. Involuntary. It basically showed the involuntary OTAs. They say he's never done that. He hasn't done that since his rookie year.
Right. Well, again, rookie year, you kind of have to.
Yeah, like I said, he hasn't done this since his rookie year. Now that we got a new coaching staff, he's there. They even said Derrick Henry showed up. So, with this actual type of movement, do you feel as though that they're looking at, okay, this is our lad, they're taking it seriously, and that we might see a new type of Ravens?
I think you're going to see a more focused Ravens because the players themselves are probably seeing that their window is shutting on that current regime or current locker room that's there. They're closing in on like people not being there anymore. So get as much as you can out of it this year before it is turned over.
That makes sense.
Could be.
Yeah. Now,
or like I said, brand new fucking coaches, you got to get in there and see what is going on. You don't want to be Johnny come lately walking in and all this new has been implemented, and you're like, wait, we didn't like this.
Yeah.
All we're doing it like this now.
Like I say, he shows respect for the actual. That's respect for the new coach. And like I said, Lamar, he's all in. I can definitely understand that. Excuse me. Now, the most recent news: the Packers actually traded Dontavian Wicks to the Eagles for their 2006 fifth round pick and their 2007 sixth round pick.
27.
Yeah.
We ain't going all the way back to 2006. I don't want to do that.
The 2026 fifth pick and the 2026 sixth round pick.
Okay.
Now, this is another wide receiver that they've picked up. Now, I don't know if Philly is preparing to get rid of AJ Brown, or are they preparing if they have to get rid of AJ Brown?
It could be one of them things they're trying to load up and be like, look, like we're trying. We're trying to get the field a little more spread out, get you fucking open more, do some things. So either way, like they're loading up either to try to keep the guy or they're loading up knowing that they're going to lose him.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Either way, it's kind of like I do see. If they do lose him, like AJ Brown is getting closer and closer to the trades. So I don't know if they're trying to get a first round pick out of that from somebody.
Right, they could be. You never know.
I can see them trying to get a first round pick out of somebody for AJ Brown and just loading up
It'd be worth it.
The actual draft picks for if they want to try to move up or get rid of or get an early pick.
Right.
But I think he still want to consider the remaining free agents. No, because he's not a free. I don't think he's a free agent.
No, he's not a free. I don't think he's a free agent. No, he just wants out of fucking Philly.
Yeah,
that's all that is. He just wants out of fucking Philly. And like I said, I think it's honestly the only way to be able to keep AJ Brown is getting rid of the offensive coordinator. That was his biggest.
They did.
Then he should be fine.
They did. They got. Yeah, he was the first one they got rid of. Like, yeah, no, nah. Saquon sucks. AJ Brown sucks. Hurts.
Right.
We gotta let you go. We
moving on. We ain't playing with you no more.
Yeah, you gotta be out. But and then I think they bought. I don't know if they bought back one of their offensive coordinators or they got somebody new. So hopefully I'll be able to get some more information on that further down the line. Now here's another thing I found out. So I was actually listening to and I'll give shout outs to the people that the actual sports the fantasy playmakers. I think that's what they're called. It was another fantasy football podcast. And one of the questions that they had was, is Rashard Rice tradable for fantasy? Would you use him as just trade bait, anything like that? And I thought
I'm one of them individuals. Like, I'm the wrong person to ask about a trade in fantasy because I will not. Like, I will just fill my team out through the waiver wire. Like, I do not understand the way a trade would work in fantasy. Like, I understand, how to build it and send it and all that. I understand all that, but like, I do not understand why someone would ever accept a trade because somebody in every trade in fantasy football is going to get trade rates.
If you
there's never
respectable, and I'm not saying, and to be honest, if you do respectable, now I know sometimes you're not going to get, and this is the thing what I'd explain with a lot of trades. If I trade something with you, I'm looking at your weaknesses. Now, if I see that I need your running back and you're kind of skimpy on the wide receivers, and I know I'm stacked on wide receivers, I'm not going to give you my starters, no. But I will give you some potential bench players that, okay, if they're doing good, or if anybody else, they will be starting. But if I overload it, yeah, let's say if I have AJ Brown and I have Jackson Smith and Jigba, but I got Terry McLaurin on my bench, but I need a running back. I would actually say, okay, and somebody needs a run. I need a running back. I'll offer Terry McLaurin, and I'll probably offer another run, like not a great running back, because I'm sure that you'll probably take that running back and either have them as a backup for yourself or something like that. But I'm also trying to even out the field to where, okay, I already know you're good at running back, but I see your wide receiver is kind of like booty. I'll hook you up with a wide receiver that's not booty as long as I can get your running back. And I'll hook you up with an extra running back in case you need somebody for that bye week.
See, I'm not even going to knock it. Like a few years ago, again, this is where I'm the wrong person for this. Like, I wouldn't want to trade something away that was on my team and then them start blowing up and somebody be able to use them against me. Feel me? Like a few years ago, I had Tom Brady on my team, just on my bench. I kept him there all year because I didn't want somebody to be able to use him against me.
But if you already made that person, then okay, you're gonna run into it. And you don't know that person's gonna have a great game when they play. Okay. It's not like that person, it's not like that NFL player knew you traded them, and when they play, when they're like, oh yeah, we playing JT this week. Oh, I'm about to go bet crazy on this fool.
Right. Like I understand that. I know I'm nobody, but I'm just
I
saying.
don't think you're that popular right now.
I'm not. I'm just saying. It's the way of the world. Like you put it out there in the universe, it will fucking happen. And I'm not giving away somebody to have it kick my ass later.
It's not giving away, but like I said, but if you need a person, if you need it,
right.
And that's
but
what
like I said, I'm the wrong individual to talk to about trades because my heart of heart again. That's why I send you my lineup every week because my guys are the best guys. I don't want even a guy on my bench. Like I don't want to get rid of him. I might need him.
So let's say one of your players is done for the season.
Then they're off the team.
Okay. But
right, if they done for the season.
So okay,
right.
And let's
because you're not trading a hurt player to somebody because they're not going to be able to use them.
Right, I understand that. I'm not saying that, but if you're kind of scarce on on your running backs, but you got a boatload of wide receivers, you can always say, okay, you know what? Let me trade. Let me see if I can get this running back, and I see this dude is kind of on wide receivers. So I'll give him. I'm not gonna give him my best wide receivers, but I'll give him some decent wide receivers to compensate.
I just don't see how
stop being selfish.
Other than
think of the team.
No, see, I don't think about the whole team. I just think about what I need and what needs to go down for me.
Think about what you need to win. If you need a running back to win, why am I going to sit there and basically hoard all these receivers? What do you think?
I'm just saying. I personally just built through the waiver wire.
I can really be an asshole. I can pull out the belt and I can pull out both rings and be Belichick right here. I can just be like this and say the same thing.
Right. But I'm just saying, honestly, I just built through the waiver wire. Let the season play out the way it played out. Because, you're never going to get the team that you wanted besides draft day. And 9 times out of 10, you don't even get the team you were trying to get draft day.
Right. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong going through free agency to see what you can get. You know, if you had that hunter to where you can find a sleeper here or there, that's fine. But there's nothing wrong if you're trying to trade somebody. Like I said, if you're trying to trade somebody in which you basically, okay, if I have something you need, and I'm not saying I had the best bench, but on top of that, I got some prospects that could help you out, but I already know help you having this team, having this player. Oh, this is going to help me out a whole hell of a lot.
Right. But again, like I said, I am not the one to talk to about trades because I personally wouldn't do it. I don't care what you're trying to give me.
You're selfish, and because you got that bill,
yes.
You think you're selfish. That's it.
Oh no, I've been selfish the whole damn time. It didn't take just getting the bill.
The bill is just now making it worse because for the simple fact that because you got the bill,
I won't.
You can say, well, I got a championship bill. I can be as selfish as I want.
But no, I'd be that way anyway. I'm not giving away my players because I need my players. My players are my players. They ain't your players. They my players.
I'm about to say, I ain't saying shit. Well, but think about it. If you ain't using them, let them be used for good.
No.
So you tell me somebody.
No, because again,
no. Let's put it this way. Let's say somebody offers you Saquon Barkley, and they say, okay, you already got Jack. I'm just playing a role. Let's say you have Jackson Smith and Jigba, and you already have Chase Young as your starters. And on top of that, you got, and then on your bench, you got DK Metcalf and Terry McLaurin. They're saying, okay, if you give up Terry McLaurin, well, no, I don't want to make it. I don't want to make it that big. Let's say I'm trying to think of 2 B player wide receivers.
Well, see, it was like last year I did screw it up because I gave up on Henderson earlier than I should have. And I did just flat release him because he just wasn't producing. So I just put him on waivers. And then he ended up kicking my ass a couple of weeks later.
I thank you for that.
So that was my own damn fault. But that was one of them things. if I would have tried to trade him with someone, I wouldn't have got shit back for it because he was not producing.
I think you would have pulled. I think you would have pulled that because honestly, and this is my main question. In the beginning, no, because at the time, I'm trying to think of the running back's name. But he was always known.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
he was always known
I can't remember it either.
Yeah,
who?
He was always known to get hurt. He always got hurt every like he'll do good the first half of the year. Second half of the year, he's always getting hurt.
Yeah, he's off.
And I knew with Travion, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, the first half, Travion really gonna give you nothing. But at that time, I probably would have called Travion trade bait because I knew, okay, he's not gonna give you nothing from the first half. Second half, he's probably gonna blow up because that's when old dude's gonna get the injuries. But
right.
I would have used him as trade bait. And if I would have got somebody out of it, okay, the second half he's going to blow up. So that works good for you. But I got somebody, depending on who I got. If that person is still working with me, I can call that a fair trade. You got the running back you needed. I got the wide receiver. I got the wide receiver or whatever I needed out of that.
I mean, I can understand, but again, like I said, I would rather just get rid of somebody rather than trade them because I would hate myself when it comes back to bite me, like I did last year. Henderson came back and bit me in the ass. So, it's all right.
No. That's what this show is for. Hopefully, somebody be like, okay, damn, okay. But yeah, that's basically. I'm not gonna say there's nothing wrong trading. I don't see why would be something wrong trading somebody.
No. That's fine for anybody else. If y'all can figure out how to do it, that's fine. I don't see the plus side of doing it. But that's just me.
It fills your holes. Again, like I said, the reason I'm saying it fills your holes because I knew you like that. You like that, don't you, bitch?
A little bit.
Oh man, I gotta start watching South Park while I'm at work. But what I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this: like I said, if you initiate the trade, you have control of what players you are willing to get rid of.
Right.
Now, if you're talking
that part I completely understand.
Because I've seen people to where they will do some rinky-dink trades, and then you really want to just personally walk to that person's place and slap the hell out of them. Like, really? This is what you offer?
Like, this is what you're doing?
I'm like,
I can't see a trade going through unless there's legitimately $10-20 changing hands.
$10 to $20.
Yeah.
So you doing side? So you doing side bet? Oh, adding on to the bet? This is what I do. If you give me so and so,
right? I will send you trash players. Give me a good one, and I'll send you $20. Right.
So you doing cash trade?
Hey, if you want to make that trade happen, I don't see where that's a bad thing.
So you doing cash trade? Now there is some leagues though to where they do offer draft picks.
Right.
That is crazy.
Ooh.
That is crazy.
You couldn't. How could you? How could you do that? Because you need. Well, in a keeper league, I could understand it, but no, you need every draft pick to fill out your entire roster.
Not really. Not if you're not. If you're trading the keeper, then I still put this way. If you're trading the keeper, then you get that person's draft pick.
Right. No, I can understand that, but in just a regular league, like our league that we're in, right? It's not a keeper league. It's none of that shit. I could not make a trade with somebody, and then the next year you need every draft pick because it fills out the entire roster, the starters and the bench.
You're right, but it depends. It depends on if you're keeping that player.
But no, I'm not talking about a keeper league. I'm talking about a league like ours where there are no keepers. Like you draft the entire team.
All our leagues are keepers. You have the choice.
Who?
You have the choice. Yeah, you have the choice to keep that player.
What
you
player?
don't have to. So, but if you keep that player, that's your first round pick. So that's what the keeper league. That's your first round pick.
Oh, I ain't never fucking kept nobody. I don't just make a fresh roster each year.
Right. But no, I keep a look. If I got a chance to keep somebody and I ain't got, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep them.
Right.
But regarding the actual thing with Breece Hall, though, I'm not Breece Hall. Rashard Rice. Here's my idea. I would put him a trade bait, but I'm waiting after the draft because he's in a contract.
He's talking about like for fantasy or for actual NFL?
For fantasy.
Oh, for fantasy, yes, yeah. You wait till after the draft to see what they end up picking up.
Well, either way, is this. He's in a contract year. This is contract year.
Then no, you're not trading him. No, contract year, motherfucker, gonna go balls to the wall.
No, because for the simple fact I don't know what New England's going to do with him. If they do get a pick, let's say they pick up Mekhi Lemon.
Right.
Let's say they pick up Lemon in the draft pick. So if they do that, I already know either Rashard Rice is going to either request a trade or he's going to bowl his ass off this season.
Right, he's going to get that money.
Either way, he's going to bowl his ass off this season for the simple fact, he's trying to get that money. So even if they do trade him, he goes to another place. He's going to try to bowl to get that contract extension.
Right.
And if he stays in the wing,
being that as a contract year for him, no, you do not. Doesn't matter what team he goes to. If you got him on fantasy, you're keeping him. Anybody in a contract year, you keep a hold of them because regardless whether they do good or bad, like they gonna be try hard all year because they're gonna be putting it out there to get that money.
The reason I said it depends on what New England does with their draft pick. Because if they pick up somebody, if they pick up a wide receiver, I don't know how well he's going to do. I could probably trade bait, and let's say somewhere throughout the season, the Chiefs trade him.
Right.
So again, I'm waiting till after the draft to see what the actual Chiefs are going to do, because we already know he's going to be on the contract year, and if they do pick up somebody, I then might trade him. Not right off the bat, but because you still got Xavier Worthy still on that team. You still got Travis Kelce. You still, and like I said, I don't even think they're going to go for a wide receiver. I think if it doesn't go far, I think they're going to get the tight end from Oregon.
I can see, but I see Kansas City building a lot more around their drafting young linemen to rebeef their line back up. Like you still got Patrick Mahomes back there. He can still run for and make fucking plays, but keep that man in the pocket. Keep him safe.
I can still get that later on in the draft.
I know. I'm just saying I think that's where they're going to. Their focus is going to be.
I can then focus on linemen, but like I said, I don't see this.
Oh yeah, first round they're definitely going for probably a tight end. Kelsey's backup's not bad. The guy on the when they run the 12, line, like the guy on the other side's not bad either. So
either they're gonna go for either that tight end from Oregon, which is Kenyon City. Either they're grabbing him, or they're probably going to grab, like I said, that wide receiver, a wide receiver.
Right.
But let's see. Now my next question is this. Okay, since we actually got into the fantasy football, let's get into some of the actual free agency. And I think we might have talked about this earlier, but I'm going to kind of bring it back up. With free agency, who do you feel made the biggest signings that would affect fantasy?
I'm waiting for after the draft to see all of it fucking play out because a lot of it builds up to the draft. Motherfuckers just trading for draft, like trading players for draft picks.
Right.
But nothing's really like, yeah, he seems good there. Nothing's really jumped out at me like, oh my god, I can't believe. Actually, Tua or Murray going to fucking Minnesota threw me over the fucking moon. But other than that, like, I haven't really seen anything that's, I mean, good for teams, but like, motherfuckers are probably going to put up the same numbers.
Well, here's the thing. Now, out of the actual, there's still more free agencies, but out of the remaining free agents, here's still available. Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers.
I don't think he's playing this year. Aaron Rodgers, he hasn't signed back with the Steelers yet?
No.
Oh, damn.
No, John.
I thought old tinfoil did that already.
No. Jonnu Smith, David Njoku, Deebo Samuels, Stephon Diggs, and Juwan Jennings.
Wasn't Deebo with Washington last year?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Out of this list, who do you feel is going to be who's going to be left empty signing? Who do you feel that's going to be they have to wait to the? I'll probably say with these remaining players, there's probably more free agency, but these are still the top ones available. So I'll probably say these signings you won't see till after the draft.
Russell Wilson will definitely be after the draft. It'll be a team that just needs somebody there. Yeah, Russell Wilson's done. Period. But Njoku will probably go. Njoku might go before the draft. You never know. Njoku might end up going to the Chiefs. They won't even have to pick a tight end in the first round.
You know what? I would knock it. I'll probably say something. I could see Russell Wilson either going to the Dolphins or Atlanta.
Ugh.
Or Arizona.
I mean, yeah, but like Arizona just shit canned the goddamn short quarterback. Why are you going to bring in another one?
Because he doesn't play Call of Duty.
Look, Mr. Unlimited was done as soon as he left fucking Seattle. All right.
I'm like, hey, this one don't play Call of Duty.
It's a true stat. I mean, you're not wrong. And like Russell Wilson a little longer too. If he just moving to Arizona to be already in the retirement state, he'd be all right.
Not even that, because I do feel as though with the Cardinals, they are going to need a quarterback, and I do need a veteran quarterback.
Right.
And I do need a veteran quarterback to teach it. And Russell, say what you want about Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is still a good quarterback coach. I mean, he did.
Coach. See, no, you weren't wrong there. Coach.
A player coach. I'll put it that way. Yeah, a player coach. Because one,
right,
he didn't do bad in Pittsburgh.
But like, if he knows that's what he's coming in for, like, do you think he's going to be like Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, fucking Roethlisberger, like the ones that did not? They're like, no, I'm not raising the one underneath me to can replace me. Boo that noise.
If I know my career's at an end, and this is just maybe that's just me. If I know my career's at the twilight, and I'm with a team to where I might, and let's be, if the way that they're building this team, the Cardinals could have a chance if they do it right. If I believe this team can make a run at the championship and it's my last hurrah, why not? Hell, what's his name? Hold on. It's gonna come up to me. Kurt Warner did it. He did it twice.
Yeah.
He did it with the Giants, and if you talking about did it with the Cardinals.
Yeah. That motherfucker was bagging groceries. Fuck that guy. No, Kurt Warner, nice. Good job.
I'm just saying, if I'm Russell Wilson, I'm not saying I'm not saying that my career is done. But if I know I'm near the end of my career, I've won a Super Bowl. I've been Super Bowl MVP. I've been to the Pro Bowl. I've done those things. If I can teach this, if I can give them one last ride and teach this kid how to actually, play the game, that's cool. I mean, they pay me good.
Right. Again, I'm in that Daniel Tosh method with it. Like, I would, like, what, you want me all the way down on the practice squad? I'm there. Like, you're still getting over $100,000 a year to play a game. I wouldn't retire until I was like 80.
Hey, you might not want to retire, but they're gonna cut you.
Right, eventually.
They're gonna look at cutting you like, hey, we gotta let this fool go. No, let him go.
We tired of dealing with this bullshit.
Yeah, let him go. But that with Russell Wilson, I still look, because if you're looking at Russell Wilson, then why aren't you saying the same thing with Aaron Rodgers? Why is John Wick still able to actually get a job?
I mean, I wouldn't give him one, but they keep giving it to him.
If you compare the stats between Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, the only difference you can say is the height. Because Russell went to the Super Bowl not once, but twice. Aaron Rodgers went to the Super Bowl only not once, but twice.
But again, no, the height is the thing. Aaron Rodgers can actually see over the guys that are standing in front of him. Russell Wilson, like Drew Brees, up on them tippy toes.
But even with Drew Brees was 6'1". And I think
it's still short, comparably speaking, to his fucking lineman.
6'1" is still compared midgets compared to where I got 6'5" and 6'6" linemen in front of me, and I look like mini me. I like mini me from that one Austin Powers. I get that, but again, we can't really say anything because Drew Brees was the same way, but yet Drew Brees accomplished a whole lot more at his height.
Right, but he did have Reggie Bush.
Not for most of that career. Remember, half his career he was with the Chargers.
With San Diego, yeah.
And he was still doing the damn thing.
Yeah, they didn't like him in fucking San Diego. No, because San Diego, that was during that actual period. Like San Diego would get right there on the cusp. They did the same thing with Phillip Rivers. Get right there to the cusp of making the fucking playoffs and then just not.
That's because
like Drew Brees got good when he was in New Orleans, right?
That's because, no. The only reason they didn't like him because he didn't like Ron Burgundy. That was the reason they got rid of him.
It does kind of upset me. Like Phillip Rivers has to sit 5 more years now. Came back for 3 games. Has to sit for 5 more years to get into the Hall of Fame.
He knew the choice. He would have been.
I mean, he did. It just kind of hurts my soul. I'm like, oh, like you were right there.
He would have been nominated. He would actually be nominated. He would have been in. But he had a moment. He had a moment.
Right. He was like, whatever. I guarantee you, with all them kids, I don't have to be here for that long. I'm doing that.
He had a little mini vacation. He had a Rocky moment. He got his one last hurrah. I'll give him that. He had his one last hurrah. I'm trying to see what else we got. Because I hate to say it, we are flying through these today. I don't know what is today. We are flying through these actual articles. I guess the other thing we had to board, we boarded the draft. And I guess who did you feel as though if they go to a certain team, who would you feel is a first round pick? And I don't mean for the draft, I mean for the fantasy draft. What rookie do you feel will be a great, depending on the team they go to, will be a good draft pick?
First round?
First round.
Oh, God. Actually, no bullshit. If the kid from Oregon makes it to fucking Kansas City, no go. But if he goes anywhere else, the tight end from Oregon would probably be a good grab. But
But to what team?
Man, I want to say Mendoza, but don't do that.
No,
That
Mendoza.
boy gonna die.
I don't know. I'm not saying he's going to die, but I don't see Mendoza not starting until maybe later in the season. I'll probably say maybe
Mendoza will be in by week 4.
I give him
If
6
that.
weeks. We put it.
I don't even give it 6 weeks. We'll see how preseason or like the summer workouts
I'm
and
about to say you want to put our usual bet. Your $1 for a bag of Funyuns.
I got $1. But yeah, I got like week 4.
No, I got $1. I want Funyuns.
Oh, that's fine. But yeah, I got about like week 4. Mendoza will be in.
You got week 4.
Yeah,
I got week 6.
God, you want to go week 6? I might fucking just up it and go. I'll fucking Prices Right your ass and go to week 5.
Put it this way. My cruise is on the 19th.
Just saying.
So, I was saying, my cruise is on the 19th of September. So I'm giving Mendoza in October.
Nope.
And that's what
that'll be in by week 4.
What week? So hold on. Let's make deal. Mendoza started before or after my cruise.
Motherfucker, I don't know.
I just said that the 19th of September is my fucking cruise. You got me cussing.
Okay, I ain't seen the NFL schedule. I don't know what week we will be in.
You got me. Look, I'm trying to keep this PG. You got me putting foul language on YouTube.
It's fun, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Motherfucker's a great word.
It's Sam Jackson, right? But shoot,
No, yeah, I got Mendoza going by week 4, at least.
So besides that, you got so your first round, it depending on where it goes, you're saying City will be a first round, should be a first round pick in fantasy.
Yes, because if like I want to say Cardinal Tate, but like if he goes to the Giants, I think he's gonna be. I think it's the Giants, right? That's where they got him scheduled to go. Going to the
honestly,
Giants.
I don't know why everybody's not saying this. I haven't gone to the Titans. I have the Titans getting a wide receiver.
Oh, God, I hope not. Don't ruin that boy like that.
Why would you ruin him when he has somebody to throw to?
Who, Cam Ward?
Yeah, he'll have somebody to throw to.
Look, I will go after Cam Ward the same way I went after. Oh God, see, I hate the dude so much. I won't even remember his fucking name. Caleb fucking Boy. I'll go after Cam Ward just as fucking hard. That dude's awful. Now again, it could be the circumstances, but again, from a 6th round pick, like good quarterbacks make teams better.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
But hold on, yes, I do feel as though.
But again, I think Cam Ward got the same treatment as Caleb Williams. Like he's starting as soon as he gets there. Well, like that's ruining cats.
Well, with Cam Ward, the difference between Cam Ward and Caleb Williams had weapons. He came out.
Yes, like they built that team for Caleb Williams.
Right. It's like when you have Keenan Allen, when you have DJ Moore, then you turn around and you draft Roma Dunze, then you turn around and sign DeAndre Swift, and then you also pick up a few more running backs. You pretty much built this kid to have weapons. Cam Ward was not built to have weapons, and if he did have weapons, the weapons weren't sufficient enough. No offense to Julius Chestnut, Julius, you the man. I'm gonna leave it at that. But I do feel as though if I'm the Titans, I am getting him somebody to throw to. Because your running game is not bad. I can see if your running game was garbage. Your running game is not garbage. It's like you can, because even if that's the case, you're saying, well, he gives him to somebody to throw. I'm still stacking the deck. I'm not opening up that field. It's like, oh, you got Caleb Love? Oh, okay. Dude, stack the box.
Right.
So what's going to change? If I was doing that before, it's like, okay, hey, you need somebody to throw to, stack the box. Now you saying I got a running, I was like, oh, you got a running back? Hey, stack the box again. That's all I'm doing. I'm not giving them a chance to spread the field out. Now, if I have somebody like a Cardinal Tate or a Cardinal Tate, a Jordan Tyson, or I'm trying to think of the other person. If I had a wide receiver I can spread the field with, then yeah. Then I can look at getting a running back because, like, okay, the field is spread. And if my running back ain't producing then yeah, now it's time to get a running back. Are you leaving me something personal to write? What? Or I'm lost.
Hold on. What if the Titans take Ty Simpson?
Why was it then? You need to be fired.
I'm just saying.
What
if Tennessee is already like lightweight giving up on Ward and it moved on already? What if they get Ty Simpson?
Then you started from scratch again.
Yeah. I mean, technically it would be like 3 years in a row they've started completely over. Because didn't they have like Riddle or whatever it was a few years ago? Replace him with Ward, or was he in Atlanta?
Originally you picked up Malik Willis in the draft. You also picked up what's the kid's name? He's now with the Commanders. Damn.
Come on.
I know. It's on the tip of my damn tongue, and I can't remember it.
Excuse me.
But this way, it'll come to me later. But you picked up Malik Willis. You also picked up that wide receiver as well. Now, that didn't work. I don't want to say that didn't work out, but when you had Malik Willis, he really didn't develop. But you also picked up that cat from you picked up Levi. Levi was different. Levi was decent. He got you down the field. So now that he's there, you now have Cam Ward as your quarterback. Why are you now getting another quarterback?
I asked the Browns. They could tell you. They had 5. They might draft another one. You never know.
It is Cleveland.
It'd be the Browns thing to do.
It is Cleveland. I don't know. Well, no, because they haven't. What do you have? It is a new coach, so I really can't say anything else after that either. But you're not making it easy. But it's just with Traylon Burks. That's what it is. That's what it was.
Got it. I knew it'd come there eventually.
Yeah. So when you picked up Malik Willis, you also had Traylon Burks. Traylon Burks really didn't become the wide receiver that you needed for that 1-2 punch. You also had Calvin. You also had Calvin Ridley there. You also had DeAndre Hopkins.
Wasn't when Ridley was there? Wasn't that when he was out for the year for sports betting?
No, that was with Atlanta.
Got it.
But even with, like I said, even with that type of with those weapons, now you're starting over. I still feel as though, like I said, you got Cam Ward. Cam had a decent year. The least you can do is give him somebody to throw to, because one, you still got Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley is now on the decline. You definitely need another. You definitely need another wide receiver, and why not get Cardinal Tate? And then you still have a chance to get a decent wide receiver in the second round.
Right.
Like I said, I probably say the best one out there will probably be like, if you definitely need a running back after that, then I would probably say definitely look at Mike Washington.
Man.
But from that, I would definitely, my first round pick for the Titans, I'm looking at getting a wide receiver. Everybody's saying, well, Jordan Love be the answer, man. If you put, look, I'm gonna put it this way: you put Jordan Love in the Tennessee his career is over.
Yeah. Yes.
He's going to struggle.
Yes.
He's going to struggle. You're going to see the same struggle that you saw Ashton Genty going through.
Right.
But that's pretty much. It looks like we got everything covered from fantasy football state of mind. Next week, we'll be counting down to the season finale of our show. We're gonna have a few shows left to talk about. We'll talk about the draft. We'll talk about the draft. We'll also talk about some of the actual. And then probably in the following weeks, we'll probably talk about the actual draft, how it affected the teams that once the draft is over. We'll be at B-Dubs watching the first round. So if you see us at B-Dubs, still trying to figure out what B-Dubs we're going to do, whether it's going to be the one up in Easton or I know you want something closer. You wherever's wherever.
Yep. I can probably guarantee you with Thursday I'm not the one driving. At that point, I don't care.
So let me talk to the wife and find out where she's comfortable watching the game. She's gonna be doing since she's the designated driver.
Passenger princess, thank you.
Oh, I figure you was Bruce Wayne and she was just the female version of Alfred.
No, because then I'd be in the back and like, we do too much shit. I can't be in the back seat. I gotta be up front. So,
well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our show for today. Again, if you like what you're seeing, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. The more people we have, the more fun we can have with it. The more shows we can produce for you. Again, yeah. And if you got any questions for fantasy football, definitely hit up our website. Definitely hit up our Facebook site. And also we have an Instagram site. We'll do highlights from the actual shows for this week, so you can actually catch up on the shows. If you have any questions, if you like what you see, definitely just let us know. We are trying to get better at this. We enjoy what we're doing. We definitely want to help you. We definitely want you to have your titles, like the guy over there. So, why he displays his championship.
Sorry.
There. But yeah, we just want y'all to actually, enjoy what you're doing, what you're seeing here. We definitely want y'all to actually embrace some fantasy football questions, and we'll definitely give you some true answers.
Oh yes, I do not lie.
But that concludes the show for today. Other than that, y'all take it easy. Peace.